Hey, hey, hey.
What's up? Fun Day Monday.
Monday.
What's going on, dude?
McGee.
What's up, Mr. McGee? Good to see you, boss. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hopefully everybody's doing all right, enjoying. I mean, check local listings, but there's been a warm front blowing up in here.
It's a beautiful day.
Good. Oh, feels good. Sun's shining. You know, upper 40s and 50s. Feeling good. What's up, Mr. Dow? Good seeing you.
I had my garage door up on the shop today, letting some of that good fresh breeze and sunshine in.
Right on.
I work in a dark dungeon, so I like a little sunshine.
What's up, Tristan? Good to see you. Hell yeah. No, it's been nice, man. It's been nice. So I had a good run of decent days, man. I will say this, it's nice to be back home. I feel like I've been on the road for a month of Sundays. What's up, Yukon? Oh, good to see you, brother. Yeah, just been on the road forever. What's up, Mr. Horton? Good to see you, dude. But yeah, it's nice to be back.
40s in Michigan too.
Hell yeah, it's everywhere. It's happening everywhere. What's up, Chrissy Claywell? No, man, it's nice to be back on the home front. I mean, as you know, it seems like it's January just wouldn't end, for God's sakes. Just on the road. Not to mention, been working in the shop. You notice a little bit difference in the background, right? Been doing a little sweat equity in the garage, man. Trying to get rid of that Buffalo Bills basement vibe. Maybe might be a good way to put it. You know, the silence of the stash. Trying to, yeah, we're going kind of like industrial chic. I don't know what the hell you call this.
I know it looks good as shit. It's huge transformation. I love it.
Yeah, it's getting pretty slick. I will say, Kim, she was over here earlier. We bought some shit off Temu, which I'm not a Temu shopper, and I've heard pluses and minuses. But anyway, we were getting ready to paint the rest of the shop, and maybe we'll change the angle next weekend. But we bought these foam bricks. What's up, Miranda? Good to see you. Happy Fun Day Monday. We bought these like foam panels, these adhesive panels off of Temu, and they're like, I don't know, 2 feet wide by 2.5 feet tall, and thinking, man, perfect coverage. They are stickier than all get out. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I came out here midday to have a smoke real quick, see how things are going, and it's like, just there's sticky shit everywhere. Sticky shit everywhere. I mean, it's like, I go to pick up a pack of smokes, and there's like the utility knife. It's like shit's clinging to me. I mean, just. I was worried how well they're going to stick to the wall. And I mean, there could be a nuclear explosion. What's up, Mr. Andy Barrett? I like that name, by the way. I mean, it's sticky. I could think of all kinds of adjectives and phrases and analogies that I could bring up that would be just really inappropriate, but holy fuck. I mean, yeah. Fluffers at the Hustler Mansion ain't as sticky as what this shit is when you're trying to put it on. You know what I'm saying? I'll just stop there. Sticky. So, telling you what. But yeah, man, it's good weekend on my end. I guess I'll just dive right in right there. Greetings from Florida. What's up? Hopefully you're getting a good warm front down in Florida, Timothy. But weekend was pretty smooth. I got back in town from being on the road. What's up, Miss Jen? Got back late Friday night. Go to pick up Kim Saturday morning. Go get some goods off this bid auction site, which we're not going to plug it, but man, we got some cheap shit for, affordable stuff, affordable shit for, anyway, we go to pick it up and it's like, we thought it was in Cincinnati, which is only about a 2-hour drive from here. Well, it was in Mansfield, Ohio, which is another 2 hours from Cincinnati. So the 4-hour turn and burn road trip turned into like 8-hour turn and burn road trip. But I mean, hell, even with gas money, we still come out with a pretty good deal. What's up, Chicken Wing? Good to see you, brother.
Kevin Henderson, how's it going on, man? Y'all make our Monday.
Yeah.
Y'all make our Monday great.
Yeah, so that's been my weekend, man. A good road trip to go pick up affordable, well-priced auction. I'm not going to say cheap, but that was an interesting experience. I'll fill you in on some of that stuff later, but off the side. But holy smokes, it's interesting. It's interesting. You can get some good stuff for stupid low prices, but it's just got to drive and pick it up. But
yeah.
That.
You got to make it worth the drive.
No, I will. I guess I will say, since we're just
Thad?
bragging a little bit, what's up, Thad? Ran some electrical this weekend. Got about 150 worth of electrical wire ran. Got eight new outlets, 2 new switches. I got lights, camera, action. I got refrigerators on separate circuits now, and I don't have to worry about blowing breakers. And here's the kicker. I got an electric heater actually installed. No more propane tanks and milk house heaters and radiant heaters. I highly recommend it. Yeah, if you're burning up $30 in propane tanks every week, go check out an electrical heater that you can hardwire and mount to your wall, because it's like, I could be in shorts and a t-shirt out here and be smooth.
You heard it here first. Next week, stash shorts and a t-shirt.
You know what? Maybe we gotta have beach theme. Yep, it's gonna be beach theme.
See my beach ball? Oh man.
For sure. Anyway, man, that's enough about me, for God's sakes. What are you up to, dude? How's your weekend? What you been up to?
We actually had another weekend around home, so it was kind of cool.
Nice.
Got to hang out with some family and played some cards Saturday night. Got a game that I'm not used to playing, and it was pretty fun. They played skip bow. I think by the end of the game, I finally figured it out, but it was fun nevertheless, so that was cool.
Right on.
And,
I've never heard of it. You have to show sometime.
Yeah. I think we actually own the game. We just never bothered to learn to play, so now I know how to play.
Right on.
And then Sunday, I got to hang out with Brother Big Stinky for a little bit. Ran around with him. Went to the glorious Walmart. You know how fun that is, but it's always more fun when you can go with your brother. So
no, for sure. I've been putting it off, man. I'm about 3 weeks behind on his trip to the store, so I'm not even looking forward to making a donation to the Walton family.
But and then got to meet up with Mr. Taxi Phil. Got to meet up with Carrie and Mark from the Bearded Flamingo. Of course, we had to go hit the Waffle House.
Hell yeah.
We had a good visit with them. They'd been down in Louisville, and they were headed home and hit us all up about meeting up. So we were just literally sitting around the house playing with the puppy and watching TV. So we went and met them. Had a great visit.
No, that's awesome. Wish I could have caught up with you, but you guys are a few hours. No, sorry, Taxi. No, that fair. All is fair, but we added an extra 4-hour drive that we didn't know that we were going to have to add. So we were hustling to get back in town by 7:00.
Oh, that sounds like a good time, Miranda. I've seen some of that Emerge wrestling. I've never been, but it looks like a good time.
Nice. It sounds like a good early Valentine's Day hangout. Right on. I was looking at some spots earlier to try to reserve for. It's coming up soon, fellas, ladies. Whichever side of the fence you are, whoever makes the plans, don't forget that shit is coming up quick, fast, and in a hurry. 9 days. You got 9 days.
And it don't seem like it should be 9 days till Valentine's Day. That's crazy.
Get on it.
It's okay. That means it's closer to Mob Fest.
Hallmark and Russell Stover need your money. Get on it.
And the flower people.
Flower power. It's important. It's important. Take time to tell somebody you love them. You don't need to wait for a special day to do it. Do it every day. But by God, don't forget Valentine's Day.
At least make a gesture or you're screwed.
Right. You're coming from a divorced single dad, and trust me, Valentine's Day never had an issue with it. But I'm just saying. Anyway, good shit.
But yeah, man, it's kind of been nice the past couple weekends, especially with the puppy and all. Chasing them around. I don't like leaving her at home very long.
I bet she's liking the warmer weather from a potty training perspective. Holy shit. When you first picked her up, it's like 0 outside.
She just went outside and turned into a little shivering ball. But if there's nicer temps, we're definitely getting the outside thing going. So.
Right. I'm thinking like the Dumb and Dumber scene where, whatever, Lloyd or Harry pees on the edge. Just to do it, it's warmer, right? And the little puppy just like, I'm just going to pee on myself. It'd be all good. I'll be warm.
She was so balled up she couldn't pee if she wanted to.
Probably. That would make sense. I probably wouldn't be able to either.
That's the key right there, Chicken Wing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Preventative
Good
maintenance.
on you. Good on you. It's the random stuff. Random acts of love. It's what we all need to be doing more of for everyone around us in our world. Random acts of love.
Yep.
About doing good shit.
That's all it's about, man.
Right?
So we got a good show tonight, brother.
Yeah, I think so. We've had this gentleman on a couple times, but I think maybe this evening we can dive in a little more deeper into some of the things that he gets into. But I'm excited. I'm excited to have old Michael on this evening, Mr. Hemp Wizard. It's going to be good stuff.
Absolutely, man. You want to go ahead and roll that intro, and we'll get to talking to this fine feller?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hit that intro and get to getting it, right? It's always got a little happy vibe to it. I don't know.
Yeah. Like it. It's a little upbeat, little jingle, a little upbeat tune.
Yeah.
Getting our jive on and whatnot.
Yep. Jive turkey. Let's do it. Let's get into it, man. We talked about it a little bit. We got Mike Wiseman, the Hemp Wizard, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend. Popping on. That whistles are prohibited.
We got blocked, bro. I knew the FCCC, WNBA, NCAA was watching. Crap. Now what do we do?
That's too funny.
But he's the
What's up?
What is going on, gentlemen?
What's up, brother, man? How you doing? Happy Fun Day Monday.
Oh, every day is a glorious day, though.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is.
So, during the intro, you were talking about that long drive. Yeah. When I saw Ron last August up in Ohio at the Buckeye Beard Battle. Driving up there, we drove straight through. Got there at like 5 a.m. Couldn't get into the hotel, so I called my brother, and he's like, "Yeah, come over to my house." So we go over there. I tried to like take a short nap, but I didn't. He wasn't expecting to see me till the afternoon, so he went into work. What's up, Tristan? I love all the fuck the wizard.
I love it. Your tagline now, man.
But I'll tell that story in just a second, how that came about.
Please do. Yes.
But so we got up there, and then 2 hours later, my brother shows back up home to his house, and he's like, "Let's go hiking down at the Hocking Hills." And I'm like, "Son of a," after driving straight through from Florida. Then we get back to his house after that, and like some friends that I hadn't seen in years, because I'm from Ohio originally, or over there. So they were up to like 2 a.m, and I was beat. It ruined my whole week. I was dragging. But
the beard battle was that was like in Newark? Is it the same place this year?
I'm from the city south of there, called Zanesville. It's like 20 minutes away.
Right on.
Little place you may have heard of.
You don't need to give your starting location, but we talking like Central Florida, South Florida, North Florida?
Down here. No, I'm in right between Vero Beach and Fort Pierce. It's pretty south. It's not like, super far south, but it's like 3/4 of the way down. It's like a 16-hour drive.
I was going to say, that's probably 16 or 17 hour. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, brother. No, that's a good drive.
Yeah, it's a long drive. I don't know. I'm getting to the point where these long drives are starting to hurt me worse.
I wanted to fly, but I had to take so much stuff up. I had all the awards. I had a bunch of other stuff that I had to take up, and some of the raffles and all that. And it was just easier to drive.
No, for sure. And then the chance of forgetting something, if you try to ship it beforehand and you're there and all your stuff's, that could be a hashtag fuck the wizard. Hell yeah.
Well,
no,
before we get too far, that was me not pushing the right button. But so I think Mike has a special prize tonight. So if everybody wants to get in the comments, I've already started collecting those who've already done it. But all lowercase, fuck the wizard, get you entered for a prize drawing that Mike might tell us about later.
Well, you'd asked me about doing a giveaway, and I always do that. You asked me to do one bottle. We're going to do 4.
Whoa.
So 4 oils of choice. You know what? Whoever wins it, I'll give them 3 of choice. And I have some unreleased stuff here in front of me that's going to be coming out soon. Wrong way.
Oh,
what's the flavor on that one, bro?
That's going to be a barbershop scent. It's kind of like a classic barbershop scent, but with a wizard twist. So I have that one. Dang it, I don't have the other one on my desk. I don't think. No, I don't. But we have that one.
That's awesome. I love those new labels too.
Yeah.
This is one of the 2 coffee scents that's going to come out. This is a dark roast coffee with a butterscotch bourbon cream.
Oh.
And then
that sounds delicious.
Another coffee scent, which is just going to be more of a traditional, just black coffee, but again with a little bit of a wizard twist to it.
No, I like that, especially as a guy. And we were talking a little bit about backstage, right? I really didn't start using oils until a conversation that we had on the show backstage, like I don't know, October, November-ish time frame.
Yeah,
I've been using oils on the regular ever since, and I've noticed the difference, right? And it's and the thought of having like a coffee scent. I'm not wicked into like bacon and some other stuff, you know what I mean? But if it's right here. If it's right here in my schnoz, I need to have something that smells good. You know what I mean? Not making me hungry. If I got something that tastes like the coffee I just took a sip of, you know what I mean?
That's one good thing about what I do. I have a very eclectic palette for things. I have a wide variety of stuff that I like, and everybody's different. I know people that their favorite scents are the coffee scents. Some are fruity, some are woodsy, some are just leathers, and that's like all they will use is those type of scents.
Well, I guess I don't know.
Hey, Bobby.
I'm not much of a fruity side, but like the coffee or the leather or something like that. I know if it can be really pungent, you know what I mean? Literally right in your face, you know what I mean? So I like something mild and mellow, but yet lasting, you know what I mean? So it's nice at like 4:00 in the afternoon when you're doing this and you're like,
yeah.
So would you like to hear how Fuck the Wizard got started?
Yes, because I don't know this story. So
yes, absolutely.
So it was down here local. We're doing a charity event down here. It was at an open venue, so anybody could come and go as they wanted. And I'm up on stage. I'm talking about the event and what we're raising money for that day. And some drunk guy comes stumbling through and he just shouts, "Fuck you." So, I just point at myself. I'm like, "Fuck the wizard." And then the next thing you know, I had like everybody in attendance chanting, "Fuck the wizard." So.
Right on. It's always the one inebriated fella in the crowd that kind of helps set a very memorable moment, right?
Yeah.
So it's the present.
No, I'm hoping this year at the Buckeye Beard Battle, every time that I get up on the stage, that we start hearing that chant.
Well, I think you're planting the seeds for a good rally, right? There's going to be a wave. Fuck the wizard.
It's definitely going to be a good time. I have one big concern, and Ron, you were there last year. I think this year we're going to exceed the capacity of the venue.
Well, I mean, to certain degrees, that's a
Good problem to have, but a bad problem to solve.
Yeah.
Let's pray for nice weather.
They have a nice little outdoor area as you saw last year, so that could help. And I'm thinking maybe if parking's always an issue everywhere, but we sacrifice the few parking spots at the venue and block off the parking lot and have that for overflow of people. I think that'll work.
Hey, all else fails, Uber. They work great. And honestly, I'm not a big Uber person, user, whatever, but we've done them a couple of times, specifically at comps, and it's like, you know what, $6 will get you from where you are to where you need to be. And $6 to not have to deal with no parking is I don't know, that's $6 of
the thing that saves it there is right across the street is the high school football field. And so that's where everybody parked last year, and it's literally right across the street.
Right on.
Cool. Stop it.
Yeah, there is a really nice patio area, so we utilize it for merch, or you did last year for the bands.
Yeah,
that's a good space too if the weather holds out.
Yep. So it's just it all depends on weather, and last year there's definitely a correction of errors, things to address. I mean, overall everything went really great last year, but you always try to improve it as you go on year to year.
So before we're kind of, if we can, before we start talking about that, can we get into maybe what got you started in making beer products? Then we can plug the hell out of the upcoming.
All right.
Okay, beer. If that's all right, that way we maybe, I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Well, what got me started into it? I used to be very heavily involved in the vaping industry and actually manufactured e-liquid, had a brick and mortar shop. And one of the things, I had made my own beard oils for years. So just to add something else to the shelves, I was selling them in there. It looked way different than what it does now. But that's where it got started. And then right when COVID hit, and with all the regulations that the government was putting on the vaping industry and sale, I live it's kind of like a retirement area almost. It's heavy with retirees. It's Florida.
Sure.
It's South Florida, right on
everywhere. Yeah.
South Florida, right on the beach. So, it's a retirement area. So they see this stuff on the news, and so business greatly dropped. And then COVID hit, and it was just the right decision to close the doors of it. And some of my regular customers, especially the ones that bought the beard oils from me there, would keep contacting me like, hey, can I get some of that? So I would make it for them. And somebody's like, you should start a website. And that's what I kind of did, and kind of just evolved it as it went along.
Did you ever think it would come to where you are now?
Oh, you're sounding very, very robotic.
Did you ever think it would be what it is today?
I can't understand anything you're saying.
You're coming through good on my end. Can you hear me all right?
Try it now.
Yeah. Can you hear me talking?
No, you sound like a robot.
Yeah, maybe your earbuds. Testing.
Can I back out and come back in, see if that solves it?
That seems to fix things.
Yep. It may be your earbuds, or maybe.
I just put those in and they didn't even actually connect because it's. All right. I've had it through my phone.
It's the robotic overlords.
There's Black Sasquatch.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to back out and try to come back in and see if that solves it.
That'll work. It's all good. Sometimes technology is our friend, and sometimes technology is a friend that we want to have closer to us. Things happen.
Yeah. That's somebody just texted me. Miss Meg just texted me and said it was on his end because the viewers, it was cutting out. So.
Yeah, I think because you were coming through fine on my end. I'm solid. I got full signal out here. Let's see what happens now.
Now you guys sound perfect.
Hey,
It's never been perfect.
Yeah, it just out of nowhere it started sounding like almost like robots, and I saw Black Sasquatch hop in there. I'm wearing her hat today.
hey, right on.
They have that song "Robotic Overlords," and that's a great tune.
Well, we were talking about you sounding robotic, and that's exactly what he chimed in. So
yeah, it was perfect.
Hey, yeah, I'm glad the reboot helped. So Ron, go ahead and ask the question you were asking.
So when you started after the brick and mortar, the vape thing kind of killed itself out, and you decided to create a website, did you think then that your company, your brand would be where it is today?
No, not at all. I mean, you always have those hopes and dreams, and I'm still not getting rich, but I kind of am because of all of the experiences that we get to. I've done some really cool things with this business. Yeah. Maybe I'd be making more money if I didn't do all these cool things and put on these events. But hey, if I can use this business to do some good for some people and have fun while we're doing it. Exactly. And the bearding community is just an amazing community, man. And I've got Ron, I've talked, about it because I've asked you to be involved with it. Andrew, you're more than welcome to be involved with this too. I can't say what it is because it doesn't get announced until the 10th, but it's going to be something that I think is going to be really good for the beard community as a whole.
It's going to be epic.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm using.
That sounds pretty exciting. That sounds pretty exciting. And I mean, I love your approach, right? I mean, yes, we all want to make more money and all that stuff, but the fact of, making a contribution and doing good stuff with what you're doing, I think it speaks volumes to character. That you're right. Chicken wing is kind of where I was going. Riches doesn't come from, it's the character, right? And, and you are a solid dude who's always jumping in and supporting some pretty amazing and worthwhile causes. So no, hats off, man.
Yeah, it's just kind of the direction I've taken the company in, instead of trying to do selfish things for myself, let's use it to do good.
Absolutely. Do good shit. That's what we're all about, man. That's what we're all about. Absolutely. I love it.
I take a different approach from most beard product companies. I mean, my products, they were developed in a lab. I have a chemistry degree. I got together with Dr. James Hill and Professor John Burns, and we broke everything down to the molecular structure. We didn't try to go with all these exotic oils. There's not anything wrong with those, but we went with tried and true, try to break it down and determine exactly how much of each one to reach the maximum benefits of it to develop our blend that way. That way you're getting the most out of everything in it.
Is that, just curiously, and I know you've mentioned before that you have a background in chemistry. So are you thinking that maybe this is I don't know, but is the blend that you're trying to make cohesive, and I'm trying to speak in layman's terms, the blend you're trying to make cohesive is amongst itself, but not necessarily, because everybody's face is different, right? But
everybody's different.
Molecular level on the components and the pieces that you're putting together to make the product, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we based off of multiple different facial hair types, skin tone types, because that makes a difference as well. We tried to figure out exactly how much of each one for in general, that would be I'm stumbling on my words here, but good, to maximize the benefits of each one, exactly how much to put in.
I guess
this much of this carrier, this much of this carrier, instead of just trying to pick random amounts. And we tried to give each one the amount where it's going to reach the maximum potential with that amount in it. Gotcha.
Sorry if my brain was just kind of, I don't know, I'm thinking about, how that kind of goes together from a chemistry perspective. And, I read oils and contents of products, and it's got blah, 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 blah. But, is that just somebody sitting back? It smells good. Yeah. Why? But yeah, exactly. Why put this in there versus this, or this much of this versus something else?
Some of the things on some companies' labels and stuff, it's just, scientific terms, and it could just mean something simple. But when you try to read it, it's just like, what the hell's this? So why not just put the simplified common term? Because there's like 10 different terms you could use for water as an ingredient. And some of them you'd be like, oh, what's that? That doesn't sound good. And all it is water.
Distilled water.
It's yak pea. It's just yak pea. Why don't you just call it yak pea and just put it on, right?
Yeah. But, so some of those scientific terms aren't as scary as what they sound. I don't use any of them on my label. I use all the common names so everybody knows exactly what it is.
Thank you.
Right on. Yes, thank you. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I hear yellow dye number 5. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Right after yellow dye number 4.
I guess they got to write it 5 tries, huh?
You're right. Yep. 5th one's a charm, by God. Exactly.
All right. Speaking of science, we got a question from the audience.
Why the terpenes, for those who don't know why it's in Hemp Wizard's products? So I'm sure you've all heard of like beard oils that have CBDs in them. Well, CBD is a great product, but to me, there's levels of everything, and most companies probably use what's known as isolate, which is, they might as well just call it snake oil at that point. You got to either use a full spectrum or a broad spectrum for it. And along with the CBD oils, there's a big upcharge. They're usually like $40, $45, $50 for a beard oil with CBD in it. And the fact is, CBD is an amazing product when used properly, but it's more for like ingestion and internal, not so much for topical. But when it hit its height of popularity, everybody was putting it in everything, and people were like, oh, this works great, because that's what they hear, and they just hear about. Well, you'll probably notice now terpenes are starting to pop up in all kinds of products now.
Yes.
I was one of the first in any industry to incorporate terpenes, other than probably the cannabis industry. I was the first about in any industry to incorporate terpenes in it. Well, as it turns out now, they're researching terpenes for a lot of skin ailments such as eczema and all kinds of things. They don't have final conclusions yet, but I've had customers use my oils, the unscented, and I'm making no claims here, but they tell me when they use it on their eczema or on their children's eczema that it clears it up better than anything else that they have tried.
Really?
I knew all along that terpenes, there's a lot of great properties to them. The things that make it up. There's a ton of great properties that are great for both your skin and hair. The ones we use, the Blue Dream terpenes specifically, because every strain has a lot of them have the same things with it, but they also can have different properties. And some of the properties that go along with the Blue Dream terpenes is it's a natural anti-itch and a natural antifungal. And I know beard oil is kind of designed to keep you from itching, but when you have that extra little bit added into it as well, that would make that.
That's interesting.
It has to have healing properties within the skin tremendously as well.
Yeah, and it's being studied for that now. So, yeah, I'm not making any claims. I'm just going by what my customers have told me, how they've used it and what they've used it for. Once I start making claims, that makes me like a medical company, and I'm not going to.
That's a whole different level of regulation, right?
Yeah. But then at that point, I could probably sell it for like $100 a bottle. Again, that's not
a couple 100,000 in premix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing like having the FDA as an overlord in your world either. But
just looming.
Oh shit! No, that's super cool. I mean, I'd never really heard of terpenes until a couple, maybe a year or so ago. And I know you had mentioned it on the show prior. And no, it sounds like there's some interesting benefits that people are finally starting to catch on to and realize. And that's cool here in the front of the industry as it relates on that end, right?
Yeah, I'm 3 years into this now. We're coming up on our 3rd anniversary, so we're in the 3rd year now. We'll be starting the 4th one in about a little over a month in March.
That's whoop ass, man. Happy anniversary. Happy early anniversary, dude. That's awesome.
Well, something cool going on that date. I have another, I don't have it in front of me right now, but have a scent with a band called Dead Silent. You guys know I work with a lot of bands and influencers and everything.
For sure.
And they're not 100% positive yet, but they're shooting for their next single to be released on that same date as well.
Nice.
Speaking of new music releases, I'm not going to give away too much, but coming up real soon, I saw Black Sasquatch in the chat earlier. They have a new song coming out. It's actually going to be announced. That's going to be announced on the 10th as well as there's some big news, and then there's some big news coming out on the 10th.
Hey, the 10th is just a day of news.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, check your calendars, mark it down. March 10th, gonna be some cool shit dropping.
March 10th. I don't know if you guys know Cleo. His YouTube channel is The Bearded Cleo. He does a show called Small Batch News. He does it every other week. He always talks about new releases that are coming out, and he reaches out to the owners of different companies and finds out things about them and talks about things that they haven't coming up. And so
that's awesome.
Once I heard it,
I have seen advertised, but I haven't got a chance to tune in yet.
But yeah, once I was told the 10th for the one that I could announce it, I immediately realized that's one of the weeks that Cleo's doing a show because he does it every other week. And so I reached out to him like, hey, this is the day I can release this information. Would you like to have it on your Small Batch News, where he always tries to give tell what's new coming out in the bearding community and with all the small batch companies.
Andy, I just have to chime in on your comment. I just started using the cleansing conditioner, I don't know, 2 weeks ago now, and I absolutely love it too. So, you're right. Great product.
I'll never knock anybody else's products, but I will say with the cleansing conditioner, it's going to be hard for somebody to find a wash that actually works better than what we have.
Curious, I don't have a beautiful big bushy beard. I mean, is that something that you do daily? Is that like a weekly thing? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Some people are like, I only wash my hair once a week, like on their head. I'm like, I wash that shit every day. I wash this every day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I guess just curious. Maybe it's personal preference, but I mean, do you fully cleanse and then condition that shit every day?
With my cleansing conditioner, it cleans it, it conditions it, and it nourishes all in one product. One use in the shower daily. My problem with stripping washes, and I understand the need for them because guys who use waxes and butters and stuff, it gets built up on your beard and you have to pull that stuff off of there.
Yeah,
I don't personally use those products. And they tell you, you can only use it once or twice a week because it's not good for your beard. To me, that's why would you want to use it at all? That's just my thought process.
That's legit. That's legit thinking. I mean, if it's hard on your beard, then why
even use it once?
Yeah,
that's why I don't do a lot of waxes, because it seems like anytime I put wax in, I'm yanking out more hairs than I'm styling or whatever,
And you're a perfect example. You don't use waxes or anything like that, and you just naturally get yours. You had to train it. I'm sure you used rollers at the beginning, but you did it the right way instead of just waxing it there. And I just personally don't like stuff that coats my beard and is sticky and holds on to stuff. And then you have to use a damaging product to
remove it.
To remove it. It doesn't make sense to me.
It seems counterintuitive. Counterintuitive. But yeah, that's a question I've always wondered, because I've seen, obviously I don't have one, but it's like, when or how would you use a product like that? So we're
I feel like
digging
every
into some beard products.
you have to get a different answer, because every time you read it somewhere, there's 100 different answers. It's always a funny topic.
Yeah, and everybody's got their own jam. I mean, that's cool, right? I mean,
that's cool.
What works
I have no problems with people that want to use them or make them. They're just, I have my beliefs, and if you want proof that I believe in what I'm saying, I don't make balms or butters or any of that because I don't believe in them. I know if I made them, it would definitely increase the profit margin for me. I'd make more money because I know they would sell, but I don't believe in them. So morally, I can't really do them because I find them as doing more harm than good. I think they do have some positives to them. They do provide some good things, but there's also some cons. Like pretty much everything in life, there's pros and cons to. And for me personally, the cons far outweigh the pros for those type of products. So I don't want anything to do with them. I don't want to make them. I don't want to sell them. I don't use them. I got a cabinet over here that has a ton of them in it. I've won at different beard competitions or just different things, won them in raffles and like, okay, cool. And I had quite a few of them.
Pyramided up. I have to expand to a bigger box or get rid of a bunch of stuff, something. Because I'm starting to gather quite a few products after our run last year through all those comps.
Yeah. Well, I have so much products, and I still buy products from, other guys, certain guys like Matt from Florida Boys Grooming. We just did that collaboration together at the beginning of the year. Well, I had to make sure I grabbed it right. Here's something that him and I are working on together. Well, I just got me. Here's something that he sent me that he's going to be releasing. And he has stuff that I haven't released yet. And we send stuff back and forth and tell each other, yeah, no, that's perfect. Or like, hey, maybe if you try this, it might even make it better. So
I love that collaboration. And I was going to mention this earlier, but you were talking about, you can get involved, and right. You did a fundraiser, a few months back, and there was, I don't know, it seemed like at least 10 different beard oil companies or beard product companies that were involved with it. Right. And I remember people chiming in that are the owners of those other companies, and they're like, Mike, you know what I mean? It's like the collaboration amongst y'all. Yes, you're in a competitive environment because you're trying to sell your wares, but at the same time, propping each other's support, getting advice and that kind of thing. I think that speaks volumes to, what you're trying to do.
Yeah, there's some owners of companies who don't do that, but there's a group of us that, I think none of us, at least how I view it, I don't compete. I'm not competing against them. I'm competing against myself. I always want to do better. I always want to make my company better. Recently we just changed the bottle size. I love the flip caps that we had, but the hinges had a tendency to break, or sometimes the piece that held it in. And so I just looked at it as a whole. And as much as I like those for personal use, I went with a different type of cap. And most of our customers absolutely love that since we've made that change. And, I always want to do better. And, and if I can help somebody like Matt or something, and he sends me one of his new products and I can say, hey, that's awesome, but maybe this, or tell him, no, I would leave that as it is or whatever. And he's done that with me as well, both ways. Like the last ones I sent him, he's like, yeah, leave those alone exactly how they are. But there's been other times he's like, hey, maybe you should try this.
Yep. Tweak it. No. I love the way you phrase that, right? If you're in business for yourself, that the mentality, in my opinion, is exactly what you're saying, is you're in competition with yourself, right? You're always trying to better yourself and take positive and negative feedback, constructive criticisms
like some of the best things I've done, like when we first started, a reviewer got our stuff and he criticized my labels a little bit. I didn't get mad about that. He talked about how great the product on the inside was. He's like, but if he did this, it doesn't have this on the labels, doesn't have it. So I changed the labels.
Yes, sir.
And then after I changed them, another reviewer had a slight criticism about them. Now I think some of my labels are some of the best out there right now.
I love your label art, man.
Yeah, especially, you showed a couple examples there. The one with the dark roast coffee. I mean, they look pretty fucking slick.
Yeah. And I mean, there's some guys who have some really cool labels out there, and there's some that have like very classy, like elegant type labels, and that's cool too. Just not my thing. I like to go crazy with them and have fun.
Like a wizard.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we haven't mentioned in a minute. We got a hashtag running across the bottom of the screen. Yeah, Hemp Wizard himself is going to be giving away some free products. So hit the hashtag all lowercase. Fuck the wizard.
We got 25 people watching and 7 people entered. So get that hashtag in.
What's up with that? We're like 30% less than. Get in it. Get in it.
Just to reiterate, what we're giving away is 3 bottles of choice. Out of anything that we offer that I have in stock right now. And then I'm going to give you, I don't know, maybe this one, which ain't coming out until, I don't know, sometime in March, maybe April.
You get a pre-release on some stuff that's not even available yet. Come on.
Oh, wait, no, this is just a revamp on a label. I ran out of them. So I
label's looking tight, man.
Yeah. I love seeing the evolution of your logo and stuff too. I just noticed that the other day.
Well, yeah, and that's what it always is. It's always an evolution, and I always go the wrong way on these. This is one of the stickers that we put out, with the R in front of it for Revolution, because I do really feel like with what we're trying to do, we're trying to change not just the beard game, the beard community, and the whole world. I know that last part's never going to happen, but you can't let that stop you from trying.
A little piece at a time, it will.
Exactly.
Man, you know what? You can say I'll never change the world, but if you ain't doing nothing to try, then guess what? You definitely ain't going to be doing it, right? So,
I really love the bearding community. I think the whole world as a whole needs to be more like it. You meet some of the nicest people. I mean, genuinely nice people from all over the place, and it's just a really awesome community. And that's why I'm super excited about what's going to be announced on Saturday, because I think it's probably like the biggest thing that happened to the bearding community ever. I'm wrong.
I'm excited to hear what's going to drop, bro.
So let's circle back for a minute while we still got a few minutes left here. Let's circle back to this.
Yep, good call, bro. I was thinking the same.
The Buckeye Beard Battle. All right. Ron, you were there last year, so it's going to be pretty much the same. We're going to have 5 bands. 4 of the bands that were there last year are back this year. One of them couldn't make it, so we got them replaced with another band. The 5 bands are going to be Turning Tides, Dead Silent, Black Sasquatch, Fester, and then headlining tonight will be So High this year.
I've heard of 3 of those actually. No, that's whoop ass, man.
Well, 3 of those I currently have products with, and one of them.
That's where I've heard. Maybe that's where I've heard of the 3.
and one of them, I have one coming out next month.
Right on.
On the 16th on our.
You do synths with bands that you work with. I think that's fun, man.
Well, see, it kind of drives me crazy because there's some companies out there that'll name synths after bands and stuff. You're just trying to use somebody else's image and stuff. Me with these bands, I try to promote them. I work with smaller bands. I've always been one of those, fuck the system, fuck corporate kind of guys. I support small business as much as possible. And to me, that trickles right down into the music community as well. I'd rather support the small bands than the big ones, because these small guys, kind of like the small batch beard world. They communicate with their fans, and they talk to them, and they network, trying to make themselves to get to be what we all hate.
Yeah. Well, they have a passion though, when you're working and you're not super, there's that passion there. And I think the passion really is what shows through in like smaller bands and the community stuff. And that's what I love.
Well,
and I'm a corporate dude, and I agree. Fuck the corporate bullshit.
Yeah. I spent 9 years. I was the store manager at Walmart's, and I hated every single minute of it. I made really good money doing it, but I hated every single minute of it. Like I was saying, I'd much rather support small businesses And that's why, like with my products, I source my oils through, small companies that care about what they're doing. I don't buy my products off of Amazon. And I think what I buy off of Amazon for my business are the bubble mailers and the shipping.
Shipping supplies.
Well, so a couple more details on the Beard Bash before we jump into it. We got a few minutes left before we do the prize wheel here. Damn Skippy. Yeah,
Yes,
if you don't like it, man, get something next. Yeah. So give us some more details on the Buckeye Beard Bash. When is it?
It is August 24th in Newark, Ohio, at a place called The Hub. We're doing it to benefit the Cooper and Thomas Animal Rescue. That's who we held it for last year. It is
super cool rescue. I got to talk to them last year for a while. They're doing some amazing things there in the community. So
yeah,
support them again.
Good cause. It's a good cause. And then judges, any judge announcements you can drop or want to share? How big a panel? Or what are we talking?
I'll leave that part to Ron, because Ron this year is helping out tremendously with the beard comp portion, and he is taking care of the judges and a lot of other things, because there's a lot going on with this. With 5 bands, Ted from Black Sasquatch has been extremely helpful. Helping organize everything for all the bands and everything, getting the sound. The venue last year was very hospitable, great venue. Awesome people there.
Yeah, staff was super friendly.
Yeah. But Ron, you want to tell us about the judges?
Well, we have a 5-panel judges panel. We haven't dropped the event link yet, so I think we're going to just keep this under wraps, because I just pulled up my list and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to let any of these go yet.
Fair enough.
We have an amazing panel of judges, and it'll be out soon. Do you have any clue when the event page is going to drop, Mike?
I keep trying to get to it, and every time I do, I got to keep up with the orders. I'm keeping up with my inventory, keeping up with plans for the Buckeye Beard Battle. Also keeping up with a couple of other things. I've told you about, Ron, what's coming out on the 10th, everything that I'm doing with that. And that's the one thing that keeps slipping through the cracks for me, is setting up the event page. So I need to do that ASAP. I really do.
I will say this, through planning this with Mike, the Buckeye Beard Battle, since we kind of come up to collaborate together with Beard Bump Ohio and Hemp Wizard. He's a busy man. He's out there doing things. Every time we talk, he's got something just awesome and epic going on. And I'm like, man,
I have no doubt.
It's one of those, have big dreams, but don't just keep them dreams. Make them reality. And
if you don't jump in.
And some of the stuff something that's happening going to be announced on the 10th, I would have never imagined in a million years. That was just something from a friend of mine, talked to a friend of theirs, and that friend of theirs just happened to like what they heard, and something really big is going to happen with this.
Well, I'm stupid excited. I don't know.
News on Saturday, because you're going to want to hear this news.
Right on. I don't know. It sounds like we need to have Mike back on Monday to drop it, just in case anybody didn't hear it. But holy shit!
Absolutely.
I've got the same 2 people that worked on the awards for last year.
Yeah, nice.
So,
those are cool trucks.
So nice. They made these. We're doing something similar but different this year. Got a different design. These are going to be taken down to one hook. They're going to fuse in. Bruce Williams made the paracord lanyards for him, and we're going to have it fuse in, so it's going to just have one thing. So it's you learn as you go along. These were some of the dopest awards I've ever seen for a beard comp, and this year I think they're going to be even better.
They're pretty sweet. I remember Ron and Shooter Johnson was up there, and I saw some pictures from the event last year, and I thought, man, those are dope. Yeah,
super cool.
Yeah, and one of the funnest beard comps, and something I think people are starting to learn. I try not just to have a beard comp. I try to do something along with it. Let's bring communities together. Let's get a lot of last year a lot of the bands, some of their fans showed up at it, and they got to learn a little bit about the beard world. The people from the bearding community got to learn about these bands, and we're always trying to integrate different communities together.
No, you're shining spotlights on multiple things, right?
Yeah.
You're giving people some highlights into some of the music scene, and giving some people that are jamming to the music scene into the holy hell. There's a whole charity based facial hair league of people. No, it's cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
And I want to bring that community to the world.
No, I love it, man. I love what you're doing. You are such a humble individual, and just chasing your dreams, but doing it with such communal spirits, man. Just I dig it.
Absolutely. What do you say we make somebody's dreams right now?
Let's do it. Let's make somebody's beard and facial hair dreams. Let's can we get a spin the wheel of fun and fortune?
Maybe, if I can hit the right button. Looky there. I hit the right button.
That. Hashtag fuck the wizard. That's such a hilarious story, by the way, man. I love you. Just took it and run with it.
I think it's the best thing. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, here we go.
I wish I could have got in on this, to be honest with you. Well, you know what? I almost said, what are the chances that UConn ends up winning some shit? Because, God bless. How do you do that, UConn? I swear. He's got some kind of master. I don't know. That's amazing. Congratulations, Mr. UConn.
Congratulations.
That's fantastic. Yeah, UConn.
Just reach out to me. I know you're on Facebook. Just reach out to me on Facebook and let me know what you want, and I'll need your shipping information, and we'll get it out to you.
Thank you. And thank you again, Mike, for doing that. That's an amazing prize package for a Monday night show, for sure. Thank you.
That's wicked. That's wicked, dude.
Yeah, so he's still on. There he is.
Right on. Right on. Congrats, UConn. Congrats. Yeah, Mike, no, you're always so generous with your products, and no, we appreciate you bringing up.
Well, you know what? The bearding community has been good to me. So that's why, in my Facebook group, I do a lot of giveaways. There's a couple of other Facebook groups that I'll sponsor their giveaways. It's my way of also giving back to our customers and to the community. Without our customers, we wouldn't have this business at all.
Sure.
I don't know if I've ever said this to you, Ron. I'm sitting at my desk right now at my home office. This is what sits on my desk.
Oh, I'm entered in that raffle, buddy.
Be thankful. Be thankful. Yep.
Yeah. I have it on my desk because I genuinely think everybody should be thankful for everything. Sometimes in life, not everything's the most ideal circumstances, but, just still be thankful and appreciate what you do have, because it always could be a lot worse.
Man, I couldn't have said that better. I tell you what, I'm thankful for you taking time on a Monday night to grace our show, and I'm thankful for you doing what you're doing, man. No, it's good stuff.
Keep being awesome, my friend, and I can't wait. We'll get some stuff announced for you people soon. It's going to blow your minds.
Yep.
Got some big news dropping, and we'll drop some big comp news. And it'll be a good time.
Sweet action.
Yeah, so tune in to Bearded Cleo on YouTube on Saturday. I'm not sure. I've seen Cleo in the comments. He can say what time he uploads it. I want to think it's 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Might be 8. I don't know. I watch his show all the time. It's usually 15 minutes or so, and it's just very informative what's going on in the community a lot of times.
It's awesome. I'm looking forward to catching it this Saturday for sure.
Likewise. Man, brother, I appreciate you coming on. It's been a pleasure as always to talk to you, man. Looking forward to meeting you in person at some point.
Well, August
8 a.m. Central.
August 24th.
Yes.
Right on.
York, Ohio. Buckeye Beard Battle.
Fuck yeah.
Actually,
Ohio.
the 23rd for you, Andrew.
Right. Right on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you for coming on, brother, man. I appreciate you as always. I look forward to seeing some hot news dropping soon.
Yes,
So,
sir.
thank you guys for having me. I certainly appreciate it.
All right, Mike. You have a great rest of your Monday, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, man.
Appreciate you, man. Nah, and congrats to UConn. What?
Yes.
How does he? I don't know. It seems like he's got the hot button. I don't know.
There was a comment from Chicken Wing saying he's gonna have to go rub his belly like for good luck or something.
Yeah, I saw that. You need to go rub his belly for good luck. I need to go rub his belly for good luck. Yeah. If you see UConn,
cool. Pre-release, not even on the market.
That's
UConn's gonna be smelling pretty.
That's pretty sweet shit. I tell you what. And if random people coming up to you rubbing your belly, I mean, hey, sorry.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Anyway, man. No, I think that's a done day Monday, bro.
I think it is too, sir. I love and appreciate you, sir.
No, man. I love and appreciate you. I love and appreciate everybody that tuning in.
Love everybody out there. Great show.
Hey,
thank everybody
episode
for tuning in.
Two more, and we're a whole year's worth of episodes. Holy fucking shit. What's up with that?
Episode 50.
Yep.
Be back next week when we are doing some beard oil companies in the month of February. We generally don't do beard oil companies, but we thought it was time to give them a little spotlight. So we're going to have a few this month coming up. So
yeah, give love in February. That's what it's all about, right? We do it every day, but nonetheless, yeah, change little change your room, little wizard.
Good night, everybody. I love y'all.
Be good. Y'all take care. Be good to one another and